Okay, welcome to this stream. Um, I have no idea what I'm playing as far as this Otome game. Um, I'm gonna read off what it's about because I think it's hilarious. As soon as I figure out if I am actually live. Let me see. I think I am. I have no idea what I'm playing. Okay, yeah, I'm actually live. Okay, so I'm going to read you the summary of this very funny sounding Otome game. A sweet winter-themed Otome visual novel about a princess of a tower who just wants a hero. Except she ends up with a tone-deaf bard for a roommate, a sassy demon for a butler, and no hero. She's still stuck in the tower, though. And so far, before I even started streaming, the bard has started to sing to me. So let's go ahead and continue on with his singing, I guess. So I feel like the assignment for the voice actor was just be bad, and he's doing great. For she seeks.
What could we add?
Femur?
Doesn't sound right.
Okay.
Oh, yes, I've got one.
Okay.
For she seeks who can charm her.
I like the purple. I think this guy needs some vocal lessons.
Amidst this excruciating winter.
I also agree that winter is pretty excruciating. Oh, is this the bard? She cupped her hands over his mouth, ending the song at that. That was atrocious. She cringed, thinking back at his performances. Whoa. I've been listening to you for hours. Admittedly, that was at least one of your better attempts.
Oh, thank you.
Why, thank you. That is to say, I was most definitely not complimenting you. That was a horrendous performance. With that, she let go of his mouth. Oh, and pulled away from the poor guy. The poor guy indeed.
Oh.
His ears drooped down with sheer disappointment. Oh, they actually did. I feel daggers on my chest. Come now, I was merely being honest. She sighed. I know I said I'd help you out, but I am exhausted. I'd be willing to do something else, though. As long as it isn't about indulging in your music. Immediately his ears perked up. That was a well-known characteristic of elves. Their ears conveyed their emotions. And Lumi says, I'd hate to admit it, but I do find it rather adorable when they do that.
Of course. As long as you don't kick me out of here.
Oh wow, the bar is so low. Dearie, I'm not such a deplorable person. I don't know, you were kind of insulting his singing, but he was singing it to you for several hours. Oh, sorry. Let's see. That's not what I... Enough. No need to apologize. How did I find myself in this situation? A few hours ago. Oh, brave hero, I have long been waiting for your arrival. Now that I think of it, I am not very fond of this one. Oh, she's practicing what she's gonna say. She nodded to herself. The lone girl then continued to recite her lines in the middle of the room. Brave hero, I hope your weary soul... No, scrap that one. Oh, you have arrived at last. Long have I awaited for you in my dreams. That one was rather dramatic, but it had some flair. Lumi is just a theater kid. I suppose I'll set that one aside. Hero, you have arrived. State your name. She recited once again, offering her hands in the air. Simple, subtle, and dignified. I think I shall go with this one for now. At least until she decides to change it again in a few days' time. Cool. Having reached a consensus with herself, the girl felt pretty proud. How do other princesses deal with this? I mean, they're all in towers, it's true. I don't want to be the last one rescued. Oh dear, I will not have to wait until I'm old and ailing until my hero arrives, will I? I'm sure that's happened before, Miss Princess. She pressed her hands together, forming a praying gesture. Hero, I'd wish you'd hurry on your way. You do not have to be a prince. A rough adventurer would do. Once again, the bar is very low. Although I'd love a dashing hero who can sweep me off my feet. A brave, handsome hero with strong arms wielding a legendary sword, perhaps? Or even a wise sorcerer with a mastery of devastating spells. Strong, wise, courageous. She giggled at the thought. Settle down, Lumi. Don't get ahead of yourself now. No matter. Whatever my hero shall be, I am looking forward to meeting him. Ending her fantasies at that, the princess walked up to the balcony and stared at her scenery. A cold breeze kissed her cheeks. The girl momentarily closed her eyes from the chill. It had been the same view for who knows how long it had been. Honestly, she had lost track of time. Snow, snow, and more snow. The familiar white blanket with which she covered this region was the only sight to see. Let's see. Dead trees, gigantic, protruding icicle spires, and even more snow. A whole lot of nothing. She wondered how she had managed to keep her head together all this time. Probably not very well. There literally was nothing to do in this wintry land. Another sigh escaped her lips. Excuse me,
Princess. May I come in?
She didn't even turn around and just continued to stare at nothing in particular. Yes, you may. Her reply was nonchalant. At least she's one of the princesses that actually has someone to talk to. So, is it lunchtime? I'm still quite full, so you may take that back. I would not mind helping myself to some of your tea and snacks if you are offering. Oh, it's the butler.
It seems the princess has become rather fond of my tea. I shall brew you a cup after I finish my tea.
Oh, he's a demon butler. Assigned to her. The princess had been served by different butlers of the demon kin over the duration of her imprisonment. Okay. I like his hair. They were generally unresponsive of her idle chatter and inquiries, but this one would always oblige her with small talk. He had even had the gall to tease her, something that would normally put one's head on the chopping block. So does she do the chopping? Does she do the chopping of the heads? That's what I want to know. Of course, he can get away with it, considering the princess's current predicament. Not that she would carry out such punishment. Okay, so she doesn't. She doesn't. Admittedly, he's the most entertaining thing in her life right now. Okay. He only ever comes over to bring her meals and other necessities, but it seems that he came empty-handed this time. Whatever did you come by here for, then?
Should I tell you, or should I not tell you, I wonder?
Oh, come on, tell me. He spoke teasingly. Spill your beans, come now. I implore you to brighten this dull day of mine. She said in a very monotone voice. Oh, I didn't say that in a monotone voice.
Oh, princess, you never fail to amuse me.
Why does he sound like Kyoya from Oran High School Host Club?
If only I could chat, stay by your side more frequently.
But alas, responsibilities. The princess rolled her eyes. Well, I suppose having you around would make the passing of time much more tolerable. I'll take anyone, even a demon for that matter.
Oh, I'm quite flattered.
Thank you. He bowed to the girl to express some respect, but if anything, he was obviously being sarcastic.
As for your inquiry,
Okay. What's going on? He stepped inside first and gave her room a once-over before continuing. The demon took moments before finally being ready to carry on to their original topic.
we've had intruders inside the castle, so I've been tasked to do some
Sweeping, okay? He opens my closet. You can't sweep in a closet. Intruders, you say? She mulled. 1 second. 2 seconds. Do you mean heroes? She blurted out. Has my hero finally come to take me away? The demon winced from her sudden outburst. Someone's in love, I guess.
I suppose you could put it that way.
Okay, so he's just looking through her clothes now. Where is my hero then? What were they like? Have they reached the throne room? Slain the demon lord? When can I leave this godforsaken place? She threw a barrage of questions at her head. He, on the other hand, simply continued snooping around her room.
Sorry to disappoint you.
Once again, he's like
but those
Kyoya.
cowards hightailed it out of here the moment they came face to face against the Lord's elite demonic beast.
I mean, so would I.
Although one of them seemed to have stayed behind.
as is the cause for my current predicament. Thank you, Jordan.
It looks to me that my service to your highness shan't be terminated just yet.
Oh, he's happy about that. Her shoulders sagged in disappointment. Ah, so they failed. I'm still trapped here then, with no hero in sight. She then turned her eyes to the demon and watched him as he rummaged through her bed. How do you rummage through a bed? Ooh, that's a good one. Couldn't you just take me away? Couldn't you just be my hero then? The butler stopped with whatever he was doing with her drawers and turned to her direction. He's like, please no. His brows were knitted together, giving him a perturbed expression. Milady, I hope that was just a mere jest, or that you do not realize the implication of your words. Yes, it's akin to a proposal. Becoming the hero who has vanquished the demon lord gives them the right for her hand in marriage, after all. More often than not, that was the ending for most princesses, a union between a hero and the lady. Pfft, oh, of course, it was just a jest, she chuckled. You aren't my type. I prefer men with stronger builds. Besides, I couldn't possibly have a demon as my hero now, could I? That's demonkin to you, my lady. His reply was curt, but he maintained his professional smile, except he's not on the screen right now. Although I ask that you refrain from making such statements, or, well, jests in the future. For your own good, that is. Ooh. Oh, come now, I may not be overly fond of you, but I wouldn't say that I dislike you. You are easy on the eyes, and you brew the most exquisite tea. With a little polish, I believe you'd make for a dashing hero. I do enjoy some flattery, but enough about me. Something has been bothering you, isn't there? Well, it's rather annoying how perceptive you are. Oh, he's shining now. I'll gladly take that as a compliment. Now, why don't you speak to me about it? So she has a live-in therapist? As your butler in charge, it is my duty to also care not only for your physical well-being, but your mind as well. She has a live-in therapist. It wouldn't do you good if you keep it all to yourself. My, aren't you a nosy butler? She sighed. I'm simply tired is all. A hint of distress slowly sank into her voice as she continued. I've stopped counting days. I do not know how long I've been waiting, nor do I feel like I'd like to know. I worry that I'd just find myself with graying hair one day, still waiting for my hero who may or may not exist. And to say that it is rather lonesome would be an understatement. Aw, poor thing. Alas, what can I do? She shrugged with resignation. I see. Patience, milady, patience, he replied gently. You've endured so far. Do not lose hope just yet, especially when the first party had finally reached this region. I understand your frustration, but this will only be the first of the many. You are still quite young. There have been princesses twice, nay, thrice your age before their hero arrived. I have been patient, she pouted. I know. You've done so well so far. But let's not rush this, shall we? That said, if you find yourself unable to truly endure this ordeal, then feel free to make your proposal once again. Oh, so he's offering again. I'll see if I can squeeze hero into my resume. That's kind of cute. He spoke in jest, but there was a slight tone of seriousness to it. This made her perk up, even by a little. So it is an option. Wonderful. At least I have a plan B. Oh my gosh, this girl. Plan A, of course, was to keep waiting for a hero to rescue this damsel in distress. The demon finally walked over to the door and held on to the knob, seemingly ready to leave. Well then, I shall be off. Do be careful, princess. We have an intruder within our walls, so if anything happens, just ring my bell and I shall come rushing. Yes, I have no need for your concern. You know that I am fully capable of protecting myself at least. She waved her hand as a gesture to shoo him away. Besides, shouldn't I feel safer with the hero and their companions rather than a demon? I mean, she has a point. I do enjoy his presence, but he still serves the demon lord. The butler bowed before closing the door. How disappointing. She plopped elegantly on the bed with a soft bounce. But I suppose the fact that a party has finally reached this palace means that that more may come in the future. Yes, that must be it. 'Tis only the beginning. She nodded to herself positively. Is it okay to come out now? Oh, she didn't know that was happening. The voice came from behind. The princess almost jumped off her bed for a start. As she turned around, an unfamiliar figure greeted her sight. He was peeking from behind the drapes of her balcony. It was where she had just been a little while earlier. She blinked, unconsciously placing a hand over her mouth. Goodness, a night elf? Were the only words that could escape her. Oh, yes. He rubbed the back of his head bashfully. How long has he been hiding here? She hadn't heard any noise nor felt any other presence since the demon butler's arrival. Besides that, the butler should have felt this man's presence. He was a demon who possessed superior senses after all.
Thank you for keeping the demon distracted, and for covering for me.
Huh? I wasn't, though. Although that would mean that he had been here during the search. He has heard my incessant self-rambling? She felt cold sweat run down her back. Her practice sessions were for her ears alone. Well, why, yes, of course. You are here for my rescue, are you not? She spoke almost robotically, deciding to follow through with his misunderstanding. There's still hope that he hadn't heard her talking to herself.
I must offer you a song of gratitude.
Oh. Just then, the elf materialized an instrument cradled in his arms.
Oh, Lady of the Tower.
Oh, no.
To you I sing this song I offer.
Uh-huh.
Oh, princess who seeks her dashing hero.
At this point, the girl had, without a thought, covered her ears from his ear-grating song. But more than that, the lyrics made it clear he had heard her hero-welcoming practice. Sir, please, no need. It was akin to listening to her embarrassing dark past. And even worse, in song form.
Thorns and beauty, you wield.
Oh, no.
To your liking. Oh, right, you're a princess.
He should have thought this through. He mulled to himself with a soft mutter. That aside, that song. He definitely heard my ramblings earlier. She forced a smile, but her eyes were twitching. Not that her companion seemed to have noticed. He was too busy wallowing about his earlier actions. Oh, poor guy. More importantly, she clapped her hands together, determined to change the topic and make him forget about that. Sir, are you the fabled hero who has come to save me? The princess asked with starry eyes. That should make him drop the topic, right? Besides, she did not want to get on point with him. Would he be the hero she's been waiting for?
Fabled hero.
Oh no. He seemed flustered.
I wouldn't say so.
Okay. It was evidence his voice lacked confidence.
I am part of the hero's party, yes, but
Oh yes, the butler had mentioned they escaped, did they not? The man pursed his lips. It was akin to an acknowledgement. They abandoned him. How could they do such a thing? They've left you here, their companion. I say, if that is the attitude of the supposed hero, then they have no right to hold that title. She honestly did get angry with his confirmation. Sure, they've only just met, but she had always looked up to the hero. It was simply disappointing to think that such kind of person could have taken the title.
I think we have a misunderstanding. I wouldn't say that they ran away. I offered to serve as a distraction so they could escape. After all, if we all lose here, then there wouldn't be anyone to save you, princess.
She eyed him. Even if that were the case, the fact that they have left him still stood. Even so. The girl paused for a moment to calm herself and think this through. Deep breaths. Yes, that's what this must be, a misunderstanding. It seemed that she had allowed her emotions to get to her. Very well. I suppose it was rather valiant of you. Foolish, but valiant. I imagine the thought of sacrificing a previous companion must have been a difficult decision for them to bear. Oh no. Yes, of course, that must be the case. The hero, my hero, could have never left their precious friend like this. Father said he'd choose the heroes himself. Of course he'd only send the best. Not some lousy coward. She nodded knowingly to herself. While she may have been calling them hero, in truth, their official title would be Hero Candidate. The process of candidate selection, as far as she knew, was tedious. Only the cream of the crop should be chosen, and only those of royal blood can bestow the title. Multiple hero candidates had been instated at once, but for reasons she wasn't certain of, there was also a limit to how many heroes there can be at a time. Which also meant that the king couldn't just simply send an army marching to her rescue. Silence hung over them for a while before someone started speaking again. In any case, the princess perked up, clapping her hands together. I believe you have not yet introduced yourself to your guest.
Huh? Oh.
The elven guest dematerialized his instrument. He then stood up straight and placed a hand over his chest.
My name is Sethan.
Sethan, Bard, okay. He then kneeled in respect. A prisoner she may be, but she was still of royal blood. I am Princess Lumi Alba Demetria, first princess of the Kingdom of Demetria. She expected him to already know her name, so her introduction was mere formality. The princess offered her hand to the man just like she practiced. The act seemed to have flustered the dark elf. He's blushing. Of course, he must know that rejecting her would be an act of I can't stop talking now. To take her hand meant an acknowledgement of her position and her willingness to serve. On the flip side, the mere act of offering her hand was a sign of acknowledgement of the other party, depending on their expertise. Sheesh, there's a lot that goes into this. Aptly put, she was saying that she recognizes the bard as an adventurer of the highest caliber. It was no easy feat to reach her tower, after all. This was a custom of their kingdom. Many would die for such honor.
Princess, are you certain? As you can see, I'm a dark elf.
And is there a problem with that?
Well,
His gaze fell back on the princess's hand. After hesitating for a bit, he finally accepted and brought her hand to his lips.
I offer my service to the princess.
Aw, you may rise. With that, the dark elf stood up, avoiding her gaze. Come to think of it, he seemed rather shy. That, or he's simply nervous to be in the presence of a princess, which is completely understandable. She nodded proudly to herself. Well then, I suppose we'll wait for your party to return? That said, since you are a bard, why don't you entertain me with a performance? So this is how she got here. At those words, her companion perked up. He seemed excited to play. It would be an honor to play for your highness. He opened his mouth, and that was the biggest regret of Princess Lumi Alba Demetria since her imprisonment. Back to the present. Ah yes, that's how it started. What kind of bard cannot sing? I should have figured it out when I first heard him sing. She paused to watch the so-called night elf tinker with his stringed instrument. The princess smiled. He is quite good with his instrument, I'll give him that. Did you say something, your highness? Immediately she plastered a fake smile. Oh, don't mind me, carry on. All right then. He turned his attention back to his instrument, but continued to chat with the princess. I know I'm overstaying my welcome, so I need to get going tonight. Tonight? She gasped. Are you not aware that nighttime is most dangerous in this region? Not to mention, this is the land of the demon lord. The demonic spawns lurk the night. The elf once again paused from his instrument maintenance and found himself staring at it. I don't have a choice. I stand out with this while the sun is up, and as a night elf, I move better when the sun sets. Night elves are dark elves, after all, or beings who lived underground, so their eyes are better adjusted in the darkness. Not to mention their powers are at peak under the night sky, for their blessings fall under the jurisdiction of the moon. Whatever that meant, don't ask, the princess does not know either. Sir Sethan, you do have an option. She smiled. You are free to stay here with me until your party returns to pick you up. In fact, I had assumed we were clear on that arrangement. At that suggestion, Sethan got up as if shocked by her reply. He flailed his hands in front of the princess in panic. Your highness, I cannot stay here overnight. You're a lady, and a princess. It's bad enough that you're letting me stay here in the same space with you. The princess chuckled. Earlier, were you not worried sick that I'd kick you out? Now you're begging me to do just that? You're quite a funny one. Yes, she's just teasing him. That's not what I'm sorry I've been insolent. This time he got down on his knees. Perhaps that was too much. I mean, if he wants to go, I'm gonna let him go. The princess sighed. If that is truly how you feel, then you may leave. I wish you luck on your journey. The dark elf nodded. I promise that I'll find help for the princess. Oh goodness, you're still thinking of me. She let out a small smile. It was nice to have someone care for her after being trapped for so long, away from her friends and family. Why is she in this tower? Is that just like a canon event for princesses? I'd better see you again, you hear? She meant this from the bottom of her heart. Aw, she's fond of him. Yes. That night, Sethan quietly left through the balcony. I waited and waited and waited. Snow continued to fall. The scenery was unchanging. The promise we made, I suppose, it could never be fulfilled. Trapped in a tower, an everlasting winter, alone forever. Bad end. You're kidding. That's the bad ending. She was in there forever. Can you continue from there? No, you can't. Okay, well, I'll... Okay, wait. Wait a minute. History back. So I am going to leave it right, like, right there. And we're going to continue this one day. And I'm going to figure out the endings. But until then...